It is currently the, do I tell you the date? Yes. Uni starts back in 3 weeks and I wanted to make a video of 10 things I wanted to do before uni. 1, to keep a record of it so that I can feel like I have to actually do it, and 2, because I thought that you guys would be interested in what I'm doing and what I'm trying to do and all that type of thing. So the first one that I want to do is replant my garden. Now, in my room, and I will show you guys, I will insert a clip of what's outside my room. In my room I have an entire wall that is a window, and right outside of it there is this huge tree, and it's really ugly and really gross, and it blocks half of my window, and there's also a door in my wall that I should be able to open so that I can go out into this little secluded garden area, but the tree blocks the door. So I want to pull up the tree so that I can walk out into the area, and I really want to plant some roses or something really nice like that, or maybe like an apple tree or a fruit tree of some sort. But I also really want to plant like strawberries, potatoes, anything else that I researched that kind of will fit in the area that I have, to make that look really nice and things. The second thing I want to do is, of course, organize my stationery and my desk area. I rearranged my room not too long ago, and I'm happy with the place that my desk is at the moment, but if I'm able to open the door, then I want the desk to be in a separate area. Plus I want to get like one of those IKEA stands to put next to my desk so that I can put some stuff on it. And as you can see, my bookshelf behind me, this is like half of my bookshelf. But I really want to get a bigger one to put there, which will mean that I need to rearrange that whole area. So I want to do that, but I can't do that until I get more information about the courses that I'm doing so that I know what I actually need. The third thing I want to do is complete half of the course that I signed up to on EDX. I heard about EDX 2 days ago. I think it's, yeah, edx.org. And it's like a site where you can do short courses that are run by universities. I'm sure it explains it better on their website, and I'll find one. That are run by like actual teachers at the universities and things. And so I found one in, I think it's called Modern Masterpieces of World Literature. I think that's what it's called. And there's another one that I really want to do after this, which is Ancient Masterpieces of World Literature. And I really love literature, and I haven't done it since I graduated, and I'm doing a few lit courses this year and also in the next few years of my degree, so I thought I would just get back into the swing of that. But also it's a whole series of books that I haven't read and usually avoid because I don't like the idea of them, which sounds really bad, but it's a super cool website, and I will definitely keep you guys updated on how that works and if I like that kind of thing, because it is completely free. You can sign up to have a verified certificate, but it is completely free, which is awesome. Obviously I'm not sponsored because like I have like 20 subscribers and no one would sponsor me, but it is a really cool website. Related to that then, my fourth thing is that I want to finish my TBR. I didn't write an official TBR of this month, but I have accumulated a pile of books that I want to finish. At the moment I'm reading a book by William S. Burgess and Jack Kerouac, and it's called And the Hippos Boiled in the Tanks. I will be able to definitely finish that by the end of today because I have about 40 pages left and I've already read 100 today in not that much amount of time. So I will definitely finish that. And then the next book that I am moving on to is huge, and I don't plan on finishing the whole thing, and that is 1001 Nights. That was what it was called on the book list that I got, but Arabian Nights, and this is the version edited by Sir Richard Burton. That is one of the books on the book list for the course that I'm doing on EDX. It's the book for the first week, so I am really going to try and get ahead with the course so that, let me explain a little bit. The course, you can do it in as much amount of time as you want. You have, I think, 3 or 4 months until the course gets archived, but it recommends that you probably take about 8 weeks. I want to get maybe 5 weeks done in the next 3 weeks so that once I go back to uni I can take it a little bit slower. So I think there's about 10 short stories in this book that the course wants you to read, so I want to get those done, and those are the only ones I'm putting on my TBR because I've got quite a bit more and not a whole bunch more time, but that is there. The second week book for the course is, it's still got my tag, there's my name by the way, my tag from the library. is Candide or Optimism by Voltaire. Yeah, I don't really know much about it, so I won't go into it, but that is the second week book and I want to read that. Along with that, I want to finish the other short stories that are recommended or prescribed for the next few weeks. They're all short stories online. These are the only novels for the first few weeks, so I want to finish them. I also found some scholarly articles relating to a topic that was in the first week. I think you pronounce it him Gota? I think that's, anyway, his name, the author. So I found some scholarly articles about him that I want to read because I found it really interesting. And I don't really have anything else to do. What's that? Fifth thing, I think, on my TBR list is a book that my friend is going to give me. Now, at the start of the year, me and my friend Siobhan, she lives in Adelaide, we started a book club. So the deal is that I read a book we both start a book at the start of the month, and halfway through the month, we send it to the other person, and then a month later, we send a new book and the old book back. So last time she sent me The Outside about Albert Camus, which I'd been meaning to read for ages and I hadn't got around to, and I sent her Ways of Seeing by John Berger. And this month I'm going to send her Flush by Virginia Woolf, which was really interesting, and I don't know what she's going to send me yet, so I hope it's something that I can get through quickly, because otherwise I might not be able to. I have until halfway through next month to finish it though, so it should be fine if it carries over. The fifth thing on my list is to play more flute. You guys don't know this, but I learnt flute for 7 years of my life, I think. I officially got up to grade 5 AMEB, which is like music exams, but I nearly did a grade 6 exam and then I quit. I'm currently at about grade 4 level though, because I haven't played it in about 4 years, but I'm really getting back into it, and as soon as I get my flute service, which it desperately needs, I will definitely be playing that more. My sixth thing on the list is edit as much of my book as I can. Now, as you do know, I was doing NaNoWriMo and I finished it, which was awesome, but I haven't done anything since then. While I was writing NaNoWriMo, I had this predicament that I realized that most of my story needs to be kind of changed, which I imagine happens all the time. It's just a little, disheartening. I don't really exactly know where to start with editing it, whether I want to add in those chapters that I know are missing, or edit what I've got and then add it, but I definitely want to get through a lot more of that. Seventh thing I want to do is I want to go on a drive or a short trip. I don't have my license, but I have friends who do have their license, and even if it's just a day trip down to the peninsula to go to the beach, I really want to do that, or if it's a weekend away. I do have 3 more weeks, and once we get back into uni, we don't have a break until Easter, which is also my birthday, but yeah, we don't have a break until then, apart from weekends, which isn't like horrible. I think it's 8 weeks or something like that, but it would be good to have a little bit of a break before then. My 8th thing I want to do, sorry, I'm looking at a list on my laptop down here. The 8th thing I want to do is to try to get ahead of any reading that I have for my course. I don't know of any of this information yet because I don't think it comes out until the timetable comes out, which is on the 15th or 14th of Feb, because I can't find the information online yet, so I hope it's not there. But I want to try and get ahead of as much articles that I have to read for the next kind of half term, or start any books that I need to read, because I am, as I said, doing a few literature courses. Yes. The ninth thing I want to do is to run more. I started the year making a resolution, like everyone does, to run every day, and then I amended that to like do some form of physical activity every day, and I was doing really, really well. But then I had a bike accident. I don't know if you can see it, but I have a scar on my forehead here because I fell off a bike. And when that happened, that meant I couldn't run. I couldn't run because it gave me a headache for a few days, but I had really, really bad bruises up and down my legs, and I couldn't even walk completely back to normal for a week. So then I kind of didn't want to run too much after that. It's also, the middle of February here in Melbourne, and it's super hot. It's probably the hottest time of the year, and it's really humid down here, so it really hurts my legs to run. I'm trying as much as I can, as well as doing workouts and things, but that is something that I definitely want to get into more of a habit of before uni starts, so that once uni starts and the weather does get cooler, I find it easier to just keep going on with that. Related to that is my 10th point, which is more self-care. I want to start doing yoga, which is something that I've wanted to do forever. Whether it's going to a few actual classes with my mum or a friend, we have a lot of really good studios around here, Bikram yoga and everything. Or if it's just practicing it in my room, I want to do it at least 3 times a week, even if it's just, 10 minutes in the morning. But I also want to work in some meditation around that. Relating to that, I want to, do more face masks, do more body scrubs before the shower, have more bath bombs. I really want to get in a habit of good skincare routine, good hair care routine, because that's something that I've usually not wanted to waste the money on or thought wasn't really important. And it is true that I don't want to spend a whole bunch of money on it, especially because I don't want a whole bunch of products. I want to be relatively zero waste and, minimalist with whatever this routine is. But I do want to start caring for myself a little bit more. That is the 10 things I want to do before uni. If you have any things that you want to do before uni, if you're living in Australia, or for the rest of the year if you're living anywhere else, put them down below. I'd love to hear them and have a chat with you guys about them. If you have any ways of helping me complete mine, any tips for, reading scholarly articles and writing notes, reading a whole bunch of books, then leave them down below and I will talk to you later.